Hello everyone, I'm Ian Maurice. Welcome to the world of rugby league and round 21 of the Winfield Cup and just about at the semi-final stage. Well, Friday night in round 21 saw the Brisbane Broncos up against the Newcastle Knights. Now the Broncos coming off 2 losses and really playing in ordinary form, and Newcastle were locked in 5th spot with Manly Warringah. It was a game that was vital to both teams. Brisbane could have dropped out of the final 5 if they don't pick up their form. Newcastle really have to win.
The Lang Park fans are ready. Newcastle and Broncos fans here at Lang Park for what should be a terrific match. Let's go Broncos, the sign says. All we need are the football teams as the dancing girls are ready. The signs are all over the place with all the names of the Broncos fans. Willie Cahn's fans are here. And we await the arrival of the Broncos, and here they come. Onto Lang Park as the fireworks explode. Tremendous atmosphere, as always, here at Lang Park for a match that is absolutely vital to both teams. What a sight that is. The skies over Brisbane light up with those fireworks. Tremendous atmosphere, tremendous scene. Lang Park is the venue. It has been the downfall of many teams as these Brisbane Broncos are searching for form. The last 2 weeks, as we mentioned earlier, they've really been off their game. But with the home crowd behind them and Newcastle now making their way up, they have to overcome this tremendous obstacle of Lang Park, the Lang Park atmosphere, and the Broncos fans that are here in force. What more can you say? Well, it looks like a war zone. One of the very few Newcastle flags that are flying here.
And a boy that's Chinese waving it.
Through the smoke, you'll see Billy Harrigan in charge of the game tonight. He's been up in New Guinea where he officiated between the New Guinea side and the New Zealand test side. The Broncos are in a huddle. And Billy Harrigan blows time on as we're underway. Listen, Friday Night Football coming to you from Lang Park. Hang on to your seats. This is going to be one heck of a game. Willie Cahn, first touch of the football. Just 15 out from his own line. Of course, the test players absent. They're in New Zealand for this one-off test match. You'll see that here on 10 from 12:30 on Sunday as the Broncos surrender possession early. So the Knights get an early opportunity with possession on the Brisbane 22. Butterfield. Billy, that on the sideline, it must be a really goosebump time.
It sure is. It's always the same up here at Lang Park. They really get behind their football team.
Now the Knights. Great opportunity for them. Peter Johnson got it away. Out it comes for McCormick. Nowhere for him to go. Still inside the 22. Newcastle with a golden opportunity, 10 metres away. Down the blind side comes Doyle on the burst. Very hard to contain. Lost the football. Must have been a turnover. Brisbane have it just 8 metres away. Here's Hone. Now Dowling fights his way up towards the 22 with a good run. The crowd love that sort of stuff. Allen. Crowd certainly revved up for a big game tonight. Jackson sends this down towards Worth. One bounce and he has it. But up there to meet him was Chris Johns. Now Gordon. Butterfield. Almost on the halfway mark.
Very close to being offside, that pass.
Boyd right on halfway. And characteristically, Newcastle only spreading it one pass in the ruck.
Yes, let's have a look at this result here in reserve grade. Brisbane 26 put the cleaners through Newcastle 10. Quite an entertaining game, but superior side, the Brisbane came up with a very good win.
Well, Newcastle offside. Mullane was up there And just as Plowman thought he was away, referee Harrigan awarding the penalty to the Broncos. Peter Jackson, another player who's been struggling for form. At 5'8", he'll be right amongst the action tonight.
Well, he realises he's got to have a big game. He's one of those players that slipped away a little bit this season, and he really does need to show that he is an international.
Plowman just inside the Newcastle half. You can hear the chant from the Broncos fans calling out Broncos. Now it's with Allen. 15 metres away from the Knights line. Walters to Jackson. Jackson thought he saw a gap. It closed too quickly. They've used up 5 tackles. Madison bombing.
It's gone straight up in the air.
And that'll be a turnover. Just 10 metres away from the Newcastle line. Butterfield will play it.
He's having a pretty powerful early part to the game, Butterfield. He's made about 4 runs, all good ones.
Trouble. Johnson lost it. Golden opportunity for the Broncos.
I thought John should have given that out to Khan there. I thought Khan might have had the opportunity.
Slight hesitation from Johns. Now here's Hone. 12 metres away from the Knights line. They'll be penalised. Glanville came at him over the top on a couple of occasions. And so did Doyle.
Yeah, Granville was desperate, as we see on the Nissan replay. Now watch him dive again. Well, we've just come in at the end of it, but Hone was clearly trying to get up because he realised there was no marker in front of him and he was going to probably play the ball forward and go. And Glanville came over the top of him and was able to do the tackle but not get away with it. One of those things the referee's got to be very quick on. Doyle was there too.
Yeah, in the end it was Doyle who received the caution, so either of them could have been spoken to. But an opportunity for Terry Madison to put first points on the board. He's only landed 13 goals this season with limited opportunities. A tremendous crowd. In fact, these two teams are the 2 biggest crowd pullers all season in the Winfield Cup. Brisbane is the leading crowd puller with 351,000 and the Knights 301,000. Madison is about 18 metres out and about 18 metres in from touch. And he's hooked it out to the left. So no score from Lang Park, Brisbane and Newcastle. Alan McMahon, the Newcastle coach, has had a terrific season, there's no question. Been criticised many times for his style of play, but he has his side almost in the semi-finals.
They're a very well-drilled side. They do what they do very well.
Now Madison got the pass back for Walters. The Broncos on the halfway mark. Jackson looking for the open space and hitting the corner post. It's it's back to the corner line.
Well, an inch either way. Yes, Jackson, have a look at this one on the Nissan replay. It's rolling very fast, hits the corner post. Ruling is a restart from the quarter line.
Those corner posts are in pretty solidly, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Now Newcastle with
I think
Butterfield.
they've got a lump of steel pipe inside them, have they?
The Knights with Sargent beating the first tackle. Good run from the big fellow. Lost the football, however.
Yes, that's the second time he's lost the ball in runs.
And Plowman was a bit of a punch on in back play. Sargent's involved in it. We'll stick with the Hone as the peacemaker, so's G. And the penalty now is going to go to the Broncos.
Well, he's come up there, the big fella, with a little bit of blood on his face from that involvement. I don't know whether he's copped a punch. Let's have a look at the replay on it. He went hard and made a good run. Well, this is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of the stoppage in play.
Yeah, that's the reason for the penalty. Andrew G's up there. as his sergeant. Dowling, they're having a listen to the proceedings. The crowd will tell you if it's successful or not. And no, it's wide. So Madison having no luck at all with his kicks. Score remains at 0-0 between the Broncos and the Knights here at Lang Park. Hoff bringing it back strongly. 10 metres inside the Newcastle half. Back for Willie Carr. Now it's with Allen. Still 32 metres away. Dowling. And a little look back inside. Couldn't offload. Madison at dummy half. Away for Jackson. Still going strongly. Plowman, the big man, will score. Well, he has threatened every time he's had the football. And now Plowman has put first points on the board.
Yes, with 16 minutes still to go in the first half, Brett Plowman came in with a very, very strong run. Now watch it. Madison works the blind on the Nissan replay. Jackson with a little toe poke through. Brett Plowman, well, I suggest that he very nearly didn't get the ball because Hone bent down for it too. Watch it on the side-on shot and we'll see, the head-on shot and we'll see. There's the little toe poke by Jackson just in behind the defence. Now watch both Hone and Plowman go for it. Plowman gets there first and bulldozes, as I've seen him do so many times, right through the defence. Again, only a little kick that travelled about 5 yards perhaps. That was all that was required. Brett Plowman virtually pushed Hone out of the way. That's the way it came about. He's a lot quicker and I think he's probably a little bit stronger.
He's a very strong man, only 21, the sales executive. And that's his 4th try for 1990 in the top grade. So the deadlock broken. And now Madison, who's been unsuccessful with 2 shots, has this 11 metres in from touch. And finally gets one. Flags are up. The Broncos shoot to a 6-0 lead over the Newcastle Knights. Madison from dummy half, and has gone straight through. Madison, stumbling in the end, had Walters emerging on his right. And as Billy Anderson pointed out, the dummy half running has caught Newcastle napping. Now it's Walters gone into dummy half, giving it away to G, but the penalty's going to go to the Broncos. Again, offside play from Newcastle, and feelings are starting to run a little high. So Madison with an opportunity to take his side to an 8-0 lead. 33 metres out. And the touch judges like it. Fine kick from Terry Madison. So the Broncos now go to a lead of 8-0 over Newcastle. Johns caught by Doyle. This is the last tackle for the Brisbane side. And Walters finds some open space. Worth back in his own in goal. Chasers are taking a little while to get there. Walters, in fact, is the first one there with a beautiful tackle from him. Fulmer from dummy half, cribs a couple of metres. Now they're about 15 out. McCormack got away from Renouf and Jackson. It's still going, the little fella. On the 22. It's come back for Butterfield. And a good run now as Doyle gets into the clear. Being chased by Walters. Doyle looks for support. Found Hagan backing him up. Hagan with a clear path, but the defence has got to him.
Great tackle from Hoff there.
And what a pick-up it was from Hagan. But the Knights, it's come back for, well, they're going to get the penalty. Harrigan has seen something and Doyle is going to take a quick tap.
It was Hoff reaching through into the dummy half area and...
Hagan trying to get the football down, held up, can't get the ball down. Very, very near thing.
Let's see it again on the Nissan replay. Now, does he get the football down? At no stage did he get it down. He was turned on his back. Lost forward. Madison says, let's get the hell out of here, and kicks it deep downfield. It's gone over Worth's head. He's had to go back for it. Gets it on the first bounce. About 10 seconds to go now. Worth with Gordon on the inside of him. Elects to go on his own. Magnificently tackled there by Renouf. And there's the half-time hooter in the background. The referee, Mr. Harrigan, acknowledges it, but lets Fulmer go for a sprint. Gets a pass away to Ashley Gordon. Gordon's going to the line. Hoff's coming at him. Hoff got him and got him over the line. Magnificent stuff. Oh, yes, worth a look at there on the Nissan replay. Again, that was a quality bit of football. Just as the half-time hooter was sounding, the referee decided that Fulmer was not tackled. He was away and available to get the ball to Ashley Gordon. Then we saw a contest between two of the long legs. This is Hoff. Look at him. He's 6'7" or something. Gets him over the sideline. Beautiful stuff. Great run by Ashley Gordon. So at the half-time break, we've had an exciting first half. Brisbane 8, Newcastle 0.
Hoff on the 22. G just inside the quarter. Again, it's for Walters, first receiver. He's the organiser. Here's Allen.
The opposition get to him. That is a great try. So working on the premise that Bill Anderson was talking about, the coaches both extolling their players to score first. Well, the Broncos have struck very firmly and very hard.
Madison trying to make it 452. It's from a long way out. And this is out to the left. Can't have the extras, but it's a pretty handy break now for the Broncos. They lead Newcastle by 12 points to 0. Also in trouble is Newcastle's Mark Sargent. We were surprised to see him come back for the second half, but he's certainly been hobbling so far. Now Allen. Just on halfway. Dowling. Oh, good ball from Dowling. Now Walters. Now Johns. Now it's black for Conway. That's clever stuff. Last tackle, however, against the Broncos. Johns from dummy half with some room to move. Johns will score! Underneath the post. Chris Johns on the last tackle caught Newcastle napping.
Oh, how sweet it is if you're a Brisbane Bronco fan to see this fella, Johns, go like this. It looks as though he's starting in a 100-yard race and just come out of the blocks. Magnificent. He had that distance to go, and he really put the acceleration on. There was no marker there. They'd all spread wide, and he just went straight through the middle, avoided the Sam Stewart tackle, and scored a try. Look at this giant lunge and the effort that's gone into this sprint. Really great. Sam Stewart only touched him on the back, and that's a try that I think has put this game well and truly beyond the Newcastle side. Great work from Chris Johns. A publican, 26, very good player.
Even though it's right in front, he's certainly taking his time with it. And there's no problems for him. He adds the extra 2. So the Broncos looking good against Newcastle. It's 18-0 at Lang Park. That's 16 minutes of play remaining. Newcastle in all sorts of trouble. Been able to find touch almost on the halfway mark. Now Fulmer for Hagan. That's strong defence again from the Broncos. And Johnson has lost the football. So the Broncos with more action now. Renouf almost got through. Lost his headgear but didn't lose the football. Leman having trouble with his footing. Walters. G. Oh, good stuff from Conway. Conway charging at the line, still going, he scored. He wasn't held. That's a try, that's a fair try.
Fair try, let go in the tackle. And that's a good try and a very worthy one to a young bloke who's done a lot of work tonight. He's backed up. I notice he plays on the wing in reserve grade on some occasions. Anyway, here's the way it went. Walters got it away there nicely to Andrew G. G got it back into Conway, and here he goes through the tackle. He's not held at that point, as you can see. Has the ability to get to his feet and score the try. So all the young footballers should remember that. Unless there's a hand upon you when you're tackled, you're entitled to get to your feet or pass the football off that position. He could have passed it to an oncoming support, but he's able to make the distance himself. Good try, right underneath the post and added 6 points. Billy Anderson, I was just about to say, when Conway's try so rudely interrupted us, I think the floodgates are about to open.
Yeah, they've played very well, Brisbane. What they've been, Rex, is very persistent tonight. They've stuck to the task. They've slogged it out with Newcastle, got on top, and then they've made sure they went on the job. While I've got you, there's going to be a change. 27, John Plath will be going on. Khan comes off, and all the backs move out one. He's a halfback.
Madison, right in front. It's there. Madison adds the extras, and the Broncos over Newcastle 24-0.
Waller's at dummy half. He'll work the left-hand side of the field. Dowling with a long cut-out pass. Intercept being taken. Hagen's the man that's taken. He's going to run the distance. No, he's not. He's been stopped and put down. The pass was picked up there by Scott Carter. It should have been a try for the Newcastle side had they had somebody that can run there. There's the man that can do it. Ashley Gordon taking the pass out on the left, but the Brisbane Broncos are all now back on side. Away there to Marquette, he goes surging forward. And the play stops at that point because the Newcastle man tried to run from dummy half and was caught. Away to Hagen again. Outside there to Peter Johnson. Johnson's tackle, the last tackle coming up for the Newcastle team. Carter. Oh, long cut-out pass out to Stewart. Stewart's got it away there to Worth, I believe it is, and it's a try in the corner. Gary Worth scores a try right as we come towards the end of the game. Let's see it again. Out to Sammy Stewart, who gave a very nice pass onto Worth, and Worth scores the try. Yes, he's only scored 3 tries for Newcastle in 1990. One of the lesser lights in the fullback roles, because most of the fullbacks around Sydney seem to score tries at will these days. But there he is, a sales representative and a very good player too. And he's around the corner type kicker. Unsuccessful. The score remains Broncos 24, Newcastle 4. We're coming back towards the halfway line now. The Brisbane Broncos not doing anything really in the way of getting there quickly. They're quite content with the 24-4 scoreline. They think they've done enough. Who can argue with that logic? It's been a pretty good second half, better than good. It's been a splendid second half performance. Newcastle were competitive for the first half, certainly. Only 8-0. And 2 golden opportunities to score negated by the defence. Conway kicks off for the Broncos. And Worth's made a break right through the middle. Couldn't get the pass away there to Fulmer, the little halfback. Now they've got a good deep back line. Stewart's out there. He takes the tackle at this point. Away they go. That's the scoreline. That's the end of the section. Mr. Harrigan has seen fit to blow it up. Off go the fireworks again. We're getting an absolute massive amount of fireworks here. They're going off both ends of the football field. And there's the Brisbane score with the Newcastle score. Brisbane, Plowman scored a try. Renouf scored a try. Johns and Conway scored. Madison kicked 4 goals for the Newcastle side.